Good morning, Westminster Shore residents. It's Monday, the 20th of July. And I know you were expecting Ashley this morning, but instead you have my pretty face. And I'm also joined by Jan Banker, who is going to go over her schedule for this week. And then I'll talk about our portion of what's happening in the calendar. Jan?
Hello, everybody. Maybe many of you watched on your channel 732 yesterday some local worship services I put on there for you. But the really special thing I had on for you yesterday was Dwight Thomas playing the organ in St. Peter's and the piano with a collection of about 40 hymns from the Glory to God hymnal. And I taped that, and it will be showing again on Wednesday evening after the worship service. And I will have the list of the hymns available on the spiritual app of My W Life, and I'll probably have a handout in the rotunda when you come on Wednesdays to bring your offering money from 2 to 4. And I'll also have lyrics if you wanted to sing along with those hymns. That's what will be happening every Sunday. I will be for a while be using a local services worship, and some I can get that morning and some I can't. So, and it's hard for me to even predict and tell you exactly which one I'll get because they have to post something to YouTube. So I'll try to put an announcement on that day if I know ahead of time which one I'm getting and can alert you about that. But it'll usually be a local Presbyterian, Methodist, maybe Episcopalian, or that's likely what it'll be. And then my seminary, Union Presbyterian Seminary in Richmond, has been doing these really amazing forums. You've already seen a couple of them in the last few weeks on channel 732, and there is one tomorrow, Monday at 11. I mean, that's today. Today, I was still on Sunday. Today at 11, it's about why do racist symbols have to go. And there will be another one of those on a Friday from Union Presbyterian Seminary Forum. It is at 2:30, and it's how can Christians respond to unjust policing. They have excellent speakers, professors, local pastors, and African Americans included in these discussions, and I find them very profound and theologically deep. So on Wednesdays, you'll get a Sunday morning service from this past Sunday, and you'll get to see Dwight again playing the organ and piano hymns. And on Tuesday and Thursday mornings, I'm going to be putting on morning prayer and reflection from the Washington National Cathedral, and they're really, really beautiful. They won't be probably the prayer from that particular morning because they're not posted early enough, but I think you'll really, really enjoy them. And I'm a science nerd. I love science, so I have a video for you on Saturday from the Museum of Natural History about COVID-19 and vaccine testing, very sciencey oriented. And because I do an Alzheimer's caregivers support group, I have some dementia information for you on the following Monday. Are we doing just 1 week?
Just 1 week.
Oh, just one week. So,
yeah.
Well, anyway, you'll have that a week from today, and I'll tell you more next week. Thank you.
Okay. Jan's going to take off, and I'm going to finish up with our calendar for the rest of the week. And first off, I have to go over some little housekeeping things that we go over every time. And the big thing that we had happen last week that I want to remind you of is the 26th Annual Resident Art Show. It is now online. It is on My W Life under the Shores Foundation icon. And it's, I think, the very first tab there that says 2020 WRCF Virtual Art Show. And you click on that, and you're going to get a slideshow of all the wonderful art pieces. Very amazing stuff from all the residents of all the Westminster communities of Florida. And of course, we want to recognize again the 4 winners we had: Nancy Kramer, Judy Martindale, Carol Otten, and Mary Koch. I also want to talk to you just for a minute about Zooming and some of the things that are happening with that. As you know, once in a while we have glitches, and our most famous glitch last week was the town hall meeting being recorded sideways. You have to understand that we're dealing with several different technology interfaces here. We tape it, and then we have to put it up onto YouTube, so we're using Spectrum to go to YouTube, and then we have to go over to MyWLife and pull it off of YouTube and link it up, so again using Spectrum. So we try to get our end right, and we did. We had it recorded correctly, but somewhere along the line it got inverted, and we have no idea, and we had no idea how to fix it. So our suggestion was you either watch it like this, or you just close your eyes and listen, okay? And hopefully that won't happen again. But we do have glitches once in a while. We apologize. We usually know about them almost instantly. Either we notice them ourselves because we're constantly monitoring, or somebody calls us within a couple minutes. So, but please let us know if you notice anything, and we'll try to do it. Along that line, we know that there are sometimes issues watching through the What's Happening app on MyWLife. You click on the Zoom meeting and it doesn't work for you for whatever reason. And I'll be honest, on my phone I have a Samsung Galaxy Note, and I cannot watch anything on What's Happening. Now I know it's a setting in there somewhere, but I can't figure it out. So the easiest way, if you have any issues and you can't get the What's Happening to work, or the video, the Zoom thing to work under What's Happening, the easiest way is to go to, number one, your Zoom app on your phone or your pad. Hopefully you know how to do that. If you want to download your Zoom, the Zoom app on your phone or iPad, you can come see myself or Ashley. We'll help you download it. You click on the Zoom app and it says join a meeting. You click on that and you put in the meeting ID number, okay? And that takes you right to it. And I'll explain that in just a second. The second way, of course, is if you have a PC, a desktop, or a laptop. And there, some of them you can download an app, but others you just go to your favorite browser, whatever you use, and type in zoom.us. And again, a button pops up that says join meeting. You put in your meeting ID and away you go. Now, to help you with that, in this week's What's Happening, I hope you can see that, we made a chart of all the things that we're doing on Zoom, and we have a column with the meeting IDs. So that's one, we're trying to make it easier for you to get access to these types of things. And again, if you have any questions, any concerns, any complaints, any praises, we take them all, okay? So stop in and see Ashley and I, and tell us what you're thinking about, okay? We also take, like I said, lots of suggestions for things. We can't always use all your suggestions because of the calendar constrictions of other things we have to do, but we try to fit in things. If you think it's important and like it, we assume that probably most of the residents will like it also, okay? And just a couple more things. We had a request to go digital with our memos that we put into the cubby boxes. So we're going to be doing that, and we've started doing that, and that right now is under the community information icon, which is way kind of down at the bottom. And then from there, you have to look, you'll get all the memos that we put into the boxes, okay? We had a request, and now we have our own little icon. And actually, it's right below What's Happening. It's right at the top of the list of things, right below What's Happening. It says Memos. Now, we might rename it to make it a little more clear that it's your in-house mailbox memo or something like that. We haven't come up with the perfect name, but we're gonna, and it's not filled yet. It's not populated with anything, but once Ashley gets back on Thursday, we will start putting any memos that normally go in your box will go under that icon, the memo icon. And we're also obviously asking you if you want just electronic memos, that would save us paper, and then we will mark your cubby box that you're getting electronic, and then we won't stuff your box with useless paper, okay? So that's it. And also, Ashley wanted me to mention one thing real quick. If you're looking for a pen pal, Westminster Communities of Florida is starting up a pen pal program. All the communities are trying to do something along this line. And Ashley has lined up somebody from the Paso Grill Community Church. And she will be glad to talk to you about it if you want to establish a pen pals, okay, and help us out with that program. So that's the housekeeping type of stuff we have. And now I want to quickly go over the calendar. And Jan talked about a couple things that I was going to mention. One was the why do racist symbols have to go? Again, that's at 11 o'clock. This is not going to be broadcast till 12, so hopefully you've already seen it. At 12:45 today, we have a video on the new St. Pete Pier, the new St. Petersburg Pier, which opened up just last week, and see how your $85 million tax money was spent on that. There was a review in the Tampa Bay Times last Wednesday on the restaurants. I think there's 4 or 5 restaurants there, all very good reviews. Of course, they have opening day, glitches and things like that themselves, but overall, the reviewer felt it was quite an excellent experience. Hopefully, when all this stuff is over in the fall, we can make a trip up to the pier and everybody can enjoy that. Also, on every day except Thursday at 4 o'clock, we have a program on there called Snapshot, the Decades, and we're starting out Monday with the 20s, and 30s are on Tuesday, and Wednesday is the 40s, and then the 50s are on Friday. And I'll tell you in a little bit why we skipped Thursday. And then also we were continuing our program called Walking Tours, and we've had a lot of good comments about that. So we've dug up some more videos, walking tours, and the first one today is the National History Museum. We also have the National Mall coming up, the Colosseum, and Positano, Italy. I have no idea what that is, but I'm going to watch it to see. Okay? And then we also, on Monday nights at 6:30, we're having Lito's continuing his discussion. Phil Lito from the Kwok Center, who normally speaks over there, he's videotaped a bunch of programs, and he's talking still about the presidency. Okay? Tomorrow, Tuesday, at 2:30 p.m., we have an interview with our new lifelong learning coordinator, and that is Andy Southgate. And he came in at a kind of a strange time, obviously, and he's taken Bettina's place, but he's also the lifelong learning coordinator for the Palms and the Westminster Suncoast. So he's doing all three. We're trying to coordinate more and tie in more things so that all three communities can do all these lifelong learning things together. And he's a good man to do the job, and has a very excellent resume, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy him, Andy Southgate. And then also Tuesday night we have another National Theater at Home. These are wonderful programs that the National Theater has made available for free. Tuesday night it's the play Amadeus, and maybe some of you have seen the movie. The movie I think might even won some Academy Awards, but very excellent play. And if you want to watch that, that's at 6:30 on Channel 713. Wednesday we have again we have another new thing. We have a continuation of our resident life journeys, and this week is Mary Koch. And Mary's not here. She's up north at I think in Chautauqua, New York. And so she graciously recorded a Zoom conversation with Bettina before Bettina left, and we're now playing that for you to listen to and learn more about Mary Koch. And then Thursday is our special day, and you're wondering what special day is Thursday. Well, Thursday is the opening day of baseball season, supposedly. Anyways, Friday the Rays play, but Thursday we've got a whole set of programs lined up concerning baseball. 11 o'clock, we have a video about jersey numbers, significances, and famous players and their numbers. 11:15's baseball park dimensions, so they're going to go through all the baseball parks and show you pictures of them and explain all the dimensions and everything. And then at 11:30, we've got a replay of the 2010 Phillies versus Dodgers game, and that we picked up off of YouTube, I think. And so you'll have a baseball game to watch, even though you might have saw it or might have saw it 10 years ago. And then at 4 o'clock, we have a little program, What's Inside a Baseball? How's a baseball made? How come some years they're lively and some years they're not? And what's the mud they rub on them and all that good stuff. And then at 5 o'clock, we have a compilation video. And this is all types of famous plays and teams and all that kind of stuff. So that's going to be interesting if you want to get the whole overview of that. And then at 7 o'clock at night, we pulled up a movie, and the movie is Angels in the Outfield. And it's a fun family flick, and I think you'll enjoy that one. Friday, we have another TED Talk, breathing, 5 minutes that can change your life. And I don't know what it's about. It's in the What's Happening. I did not read that little blurb, but you can read about it. And if you're interested in that, you can watch that at 2 o'clock. And then Jan also mentioned at 2:30, How Can Christians Respond to Unjust Policing? An excellent program put on by her home seminary. And 2 other things on Friday. Last week, we did movie trivia, and we're going to do it again. We had a lot of people say they liked it. It's just a participant game. There's no prizes. We just throw out trivia questions to you, give you a few minutes to think about it, and then we tell you the answer. But it still brings back good memories for you, I hope, and helps you think a little clearer for Friday night. And right after that, then at 7:30, we throw some culture at you. We have Victoria Molova, Bach and Haydn concert. And so those of you that are interested in classical music concerts, that's the thing to watch Saturday night or Friday night at 7:30. And then to round up the end of the week, we started a program a couple weeks ago called Aerial America. It's a flyover program, and this Saturday they're going to fly over Colorado and point out all the beautiful, wonderful things about Colorado. And then that's at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then at 6 o'clock at night, we have the Cirque du Soleil, Luzia, Bazaar, and Curios. And that's another one of their excellent shows. And I think you might want to tune in to end your week with that program. Now, one last thing I want to mention before we head out here is our game that we're doing right now, Who Am I? We've had tremendous response from this. It's really fascinating, and even if you don't play, you get that Who Am I little brochure questions we sent out to you, and you're going to learn a lot of things about people that you didn't know, and it's just fascinating. And that's one of the reasons why I love Westminster Shores. I love everybody's story, and everybody has a story, believe me. And those are due, we said today, but if you don't get them in till tomorrow, we're not gonna really tally them up till Wednesday or Thursday. So you got an extra day or two to get it in if you haven't done that. If you haven't picked them up, they're in your cubbies. Come up and pick it up, go through it. And I'm going to give, for you late filers, I'm going to give you a clue, because I'm going to give you a clue so that you can get at least one question right. And the clue is, I love to read. I read a lot, really a lot. So that's the clue. So go through that and you'll find it. Anyways, that's all we have for this week. Ashley will be back next Monday. Maybe I'll join her. I don't know. We got to see how this one turns out and what my reviews are on this video. But everybody have a happy week. I love you all and I miss you all.